there, Prophet John. How are you, sir? How are you doing? Good evening, everybody. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Hey, Just Be Real. How are you? How are you doing this evening? Hey, Tess. Oh no, I just got in. Hey there, Nikki and Karma. I just came in. Hey, Therese. How are you? You were number two. Hey, Una. Okay, you guys are coming in quick. Hey, Geraldine. Okay, hold on. Let me look at everybody. You guys are coming in quick. Arlesia, Path of Heart Peace. Okay. Carly Truck Stop Theater. Joelle, Neen, Deandra. Hey there. Carissa, Danielle. Hey, Nubia. How are you? I'm doing great. Thank you, Just Be Real. Hey, Angel, Charlene, Miss V. Hey, Jen. Thank you. Hey, Deborah, Miss K. How are you? The Blue Velvet River. That sounds sexy. Hey, Sherry. How are you? Hi, Erica from Dallas. All right, Dallas. Hi, Kimberly. You made it live? Well, I'm glad you made it here, too. I got family in Dallas. My family's in Dallas. Some of them. Hey, Denise, Aline, Miss Morris. How are you? Hi, Nobi. Hey, Mary. How are you? Hi, Jill and Miss Stacy. Oh, you waiting for me? Oh, thank you. Hi, Jan. Trying to scroll through. Let me see. Hey, Scott Temple. I was stationed at Fort Hood. So you know we were at Temple Lake. Was it? No, Belton. That was Belton Lake. I used to be in Temple. Hey, Miss Chat. Hi, Rusty. Let's look. Who'd I miss? Beauty Within. Is it Shannon? Shannon? Hi, Joanne. How are you? Let me see. Daniel. Joelle. Kim. From Kentucky. Okay. Hey, Arizona. Hi, Andrea. Hi, Stace from New Jersey. All right. Mela V. Hi there. Oh, thank you, Miss Denise. Hey, Tanya. Okay, just making sure. Warner Robins, my cousins are in Warner Robins. I got other family in Vienna, Georgia. You know where that's at, right? If you're in Warner Robins, you know where Vienna's at. Hey, Nobi, Felicia. Let's see. I miss anybody? Colleen. Yep, used to live in Colleen. Chicagoans. All right. Houston in the house. I got a perfect. Mela V. You just saying it's perfect because you just wanted me to just say it anyway, huh? I probably messed it up. I hope I didn't mess it up. That's a pretty name. Kennesaw, Georgia. Okay. Hey, Monica. Baltimore. All right. Tabitha, DK, Philly in the house. Hey, California. Hey, Georgia. How are you? Oakland, California. Okay. And that's Shanika. I think I said it right. Hope I didn't mess it up. Buffalo. Okay. North Carolina. Hola, Brenda. How are you? Cincinnati. Dallas in the house. Okay. There's Aquarius. Hey, Kim. The DMV. Now that I know what it is. Now I know what it is. DC, Maryland, Virginia. I feel smart now. Shaniqua. Okay. I'm sorry. Girl, I give you a fancy name if I can't pronounce it. Oh, thank you, Miss Kimberly. Hey, Bonnie, North Carolina. Okay, North Carolina. All right. Charlotte, North Carolina. I will. Newman, Georgia. Okay. Memphis, Tennessee. South Carolina. Columbia, Ohio. Inglewood. Okay. Hey, Marley. You say, my name's Pashana from London. Okay. Hey, London, how are you? Thank you for being up. I got it. Hi, Tasha. Bronx, New York. Okay. I see your text. You see New Mexico. All right. Oh, thank you, Michael. I appreciate it. Hey, Letitia, Baltimore. Okay. You guys see, I love incense. So I like fragrant incense. So you can see all the smoke coming on the screen. I'm sorry. Let's see. Who else we got? UK in the house. Okay, Jelly. Leah, hey there. That's Letitia from Baltimore. Okay. Palm Spring, California. Nice. You got nice weather. Hey, Barbara, California. Nice weather. I need to just go just fly to California and just get a hotel just so I can be out of state for a minute. But, you know, Sydney, Australia. Okay. Hello down under. San Antonio. Okay. I was there about 2 years ago. I went to the river. What is it? The river walk? Beautiful. Beautiful. Matter of fact, me, Tasha, Apostle, we were all down in San Antonio. Tulsa, Oklahoma. All right. Orlando. Oh, thank you, Miss Kimberly. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you for letting me know that. What is your you know what? I don't know. I ordered some from the internet. It has like a whole bunch of different it's like they got like money. They got, well, you know, we like the smell of money. And I got like man, I don't even know what I got. It was money. There was like what else did they have? Yellow something. So it's like different smells. I like the different types of smells, and these actually burn for like an hour. They like burn for an hour. You're sitting at the I hope the doggy's okay. Hi, Aya. How are you? Chicago, Niagara Falls. Okay, Canada in the house. Oklahoma, New York City. Okay, I see you. All right, Jersey, I see you. Kim from Dallas. All right, Dallas. Let's see. I was about to say hola. Aloha from Hawaii. Hey there. Honolulu. Let me see. Last time I was there was in 2015. No, 2013. I was there in 2013. Guam. Okay. I keep you in line. Thank you, Angel. All right, from Philly. Okay. Well, welcome back. Washington State, Pacific Northwest Seahawks. All right, DeAndre. That's a fellow Washingtonian over there. Denver, Colorado. Okay, Adriana. Your first time watching? Well, thank you some more. I was trying to say your name, and thank you so much. Mosiackley. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Aya. Is she getting better? Do you know she's getting better? I think I get mine from, well, hey, K West. I hate to say it because I don't like the name of it, but it's called, what is it called? I can't think of the name of the, but yeah, there's a lot of them that smell really good. If I could, I would just grab the bags and let you guys know which ones I have. Let's see. Hey there, New Dawn Arises, Stevie Banana, Just Be Real. I think I'm missing one. Who am I missing? I'm missing Telsha. Is Telsha here? Oh, thank you so much, Adriana. Your first live. Thank you that you're here. Rocky Mountain, Virginia. Okay. Woodbridge, New Jersey. Okay. Be nice when we can go and travel again, huh? Thank you, Tess. You're halfway through the book. All right, Stevie. Thank you. Joy, if you just lay in the bed and sob, please help. You know, you got to email me and I'll give you my coaching fees. Well, thank you so much, Marley. Thank you for being here. Hey, Rain. Hi, Miss Cynthia. Tampa, Florida. Oh, thank you, Brittany. I appreciate it. Thank you for being here. It sums it up. Spot on writing. Oh, thank you. You needed me tonight. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Erica. Hi, Tasha. Ashna, how are you? Give me a minute. I'll get to the questions in just a minute. You just woke up? Oh, thank you for being here then when you just woke up. Hi, T. Williamson. I know her. Hi, Oklahoma City. Hello, glad to be here. Thank you so much, Macy. I appreciate you. Hi, AJ. Where am I located? I'm in the state of Washington. They just posted my email. Tasha just posted my email. There she goes. She posted the email. Hello, Miss Yolanda. How are you? Thank you guys so much for being here. I think the only person I'm missing is Telsha. You referred your friend. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you for trusting me. Toronto. Okay. 2 years narc free. Go ahead, Miss Felicia. Oh, thank you. You know, when I wrote the book, let me grab it real quick, okay? Let me grab the book. So this is the book, and when I wrote the book, that's my book. So when I wrote the book, you know, a lot of times when people talk about narcissist abuse, they give you a lot of definition. You know, we take a lot of time in the videos to talk about the different behaviors of a person that may possibly have narcissistic personality disorder, and you know, and how it looks. But when I wrote the book, I wanted to take those definitions, I wanted to play it out for you so you see what it looks like. So a lot of times you're wondering what, you know, a lot of times you're wondering, you know, even though we're talking about it, a lot of times we're wondering, what does it look like to see it played out? And this book right here, they're real people that have gone through narcissist abuse, and the different, you know, it talks about the different areas of a life when they experienced narcissist abuse, how they were groomed, how they grew up to think, how they ended up becoming a narc target, what they were thinking, not just what they were thinking, but also even the negative part, how the narcissist was grooming the children, you know, that the narcissist, you can see where the pedophile come from, you know, how they were grooming the kids, you know, suicidal, homicidal thoughts, you know, feeling ashamed, you know, feeling ashamed of being with the narcissist, then leaving and having to start all over again, how they were left, you know. So the book shows you it played out, because, and it's an easy read. It's a quick read. You can read that book like in a day or two, you know, and, but it just, instead of just focusing on the, you know, on the definitions, I wanted to play it out for you guys so you can find yourself in that book. You can find yourself in that book, and how women talk to little boys, you know. So it talks about it in the book. And so, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I do sign copies. The problem is I know I told you guys I was going to order some and bring them to the house so I can send them out to you guys. But if you want to, you can always send it to my P.O. box and then just send me a return envelope and I will sign the book for you. Thank you, Andrea. I appreciate it. You can get my book on Barnes & Noble or Amazon. And those of you that are out of the country, you can order at Westbow Press. So that is the publisher down there is Westbow Press for those of you that are out of the country, and they'll send it to you. See, 3 hours, took 3 hours to read. Yeah, there's Kindle version and ebook. So if you guys, but I wrote the book with in mind that people want to see this play out, because sometimes you see it play out, so it's hard to put your finger on it. And so because it's hard to put your finger on it, I just played it out in the book so you can see what it looks like played out. The book's name is Unmasking the Illusion of Perfection. Yeah, I don't do saging. I'm a believer, and I don't believe in saging. So, you know, and I know everybody has their own belief system, but I don't believe. For me personally, I don't believe in saging, so I don't do saging. So no, it's not on Audible. Believe it or not, it's about $6,000-$7,000 for someone to do an Audible book for you. So I'm not at that level yet. I'll be at that level yet. And then me doing the Audible, I just have to find the time and the program to do that. That's a lot of work because you're reading nonstop without swallowing, because it's real sensitive in the microphone. I tried it one time and it was, you know, I was trying to do it, try to practice it. And so, yeah. So it wasn't easy. Well, did you guys get an opportunity to tune in on Friday with Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper, myself, Miss Bridget Griffin, and Miss Mavis Washington? Did you guys get a chance to tune in? Did you guys get a chance to tune in on Friday? Sorry about that. You missed it? That's okay. I posted it on Facebook. Oh, thank you, Miss Tasha. Pashana You was at work. That's okay. What happened is when Apostle Sadler went live on Zoom, Tasha shared it on all the Facebook pages. So I took it and I reshared it on my Facebook pages. So if you guys want to go back and watch it from Friday, you can go back and watch it. Thank you so much, Mr. John. But if you want to go back and watch the Friday, you can go back and watch Friday. Yeah, it's available on my Facebook page. You can find it on Overcoming Narcissist Abuse on Facebook, or under my business one, which is Psychological Health Consultants and Services. And you can find those videos there. Now, the Saturday one was a closed group. And so, hey, Miss Risa. But the Saturday one was a women's domestic violence support group. It was a closed group, so it was by registration only. And so if you didn't register and she didn't send you a code, then you couldn't come in to watch. So that would not be replayed. So the one from Saturday would not be replayed. You will not find that because that was a closed group and it was confidential. So if you did not register to come on, you won't be able to see that one. But that one was really, really good. I really enjoyed that one. That was very powerful, very effective. I think that was really, really nice, really great. So I appreciate you guys' support. So hopefully you got a chance to see the Friday one. If not, you can go on Facebook and find it. Well, are you guys ready? Hey, moderators, I just want you guys to know that you guys have become movie stars. Hey, Miss Ricky Lynn. So you guys have become movie stars on these channels. People want to become moderators because you guys are hilarious. So people are asking to become moderators because of the fact that you guys are hilarious. And I got a great team of moderators, and I really appreciate it. And I like to show my appreciation to my moderators. And, to become a moderator, that's not an easy task. They've been around for a long time, long time. Long time. Can a pastor be? Of course they could be a narcissist. Of course. So you guys are ready? Tasha been around for 13 years. So she been watching me when I was growing. And I'm going to tell you what she said when I did my first videos. When I did my first videos, I entertain and learn. Yeah, I was trying to be all professional. I was trying to be a professional. And Tasha was like, I don't know why you making them videos like that. I don't know why you just be yourself and be funny. You too uptight. You need to loosen up. That's what she said. She don't really sound like that. I just had to make up a voice. But she said, you need to loosen up. Tasha don't actually sound like that. She said, I don't know why you're on there trying to be uber professional. Just be yourself. You're funny. People like you. Just be self. That's what she said. That's when I started. See, she sure did. So I just went back and so a lot of you guys who have come on that were new and that saw my first videos, you got to remember when you first do your first videos, you're trying to get to know your online personality. You're trying to get your flow going. It's hard to watch. Well, dang, Tasha. So in the beginning, they were kind of boring because I didn't put any sense of humor in there. And then the intros were too long. And so, I was just trying to, how does her voice sound? Hey, Miss Yolanda, Prophetess Yolanda said, how does your voice sound, Tasha? She said, First Sergeant, I don't know why you on there trying to be over professional. You need to just be yourself. People like your personality. You're funny, so you just need to be yourself. That's how she sounded. That's how Tasha sounded. And so I listened to it, and my intros were too long. So y'all don't be hating on me. When you come on, you first start doing your first little videos, I'm gonna start critiquing y'all too. Because after a while, you just get into your flow. When you get into your flow, then the videos start coming. But in the very beginning, I went back and looked at some of them. It's hard for me to watch too. I was like, dang, get to the point. And I'm the one talking. I like, get to the point. Oh my God. So I got to go back and figure out how to edit those videos and take out the beginning of those videos. They were hard to watch. I'm not gonna lie, they were hard to watch. It was hard for me to watch. I'm telling people to go back. I was like, whoo. I said, they were hard to watch. So now y'all know. So now y'all know what Tasha's voice looked like when she trying to tell me something. You need to change your videos. You act like you old. So it was long ago. I'm good now. Okay, I'm good now. Y'all ready? Let me wet my vocal cords. Y'all ready? All right. So I've been knowing Tasha for about 13 years, I think. Yeah, probably about 13 years. 13 years. Yeah, been knowing Tasha for 13 years. That's how long it takes to get to know us. I'm a comedian. Yolanda said I'm a comedian, professional and funny. I can make you smile and I get into your heart right away. You better be grateful I'm a narcissist. I'm not a narcissist. I'm about to say I'm a narcissist. No, I'm not a narcissist. You guys better be grateful I'm not a narcissist because I can open you up and get in there. So think about it. If I know how to do that as a therapist and I can make you laugh and get in there. No, I've been on YouTube too. So think about it. That's how narcissists do it, right? That's how narcissists do it. So thank God I am not a narcissist. Thank God. Because it's not hard when you have the talent to do it, when you have the giftings to do it, when you have the education to do it or the training to do it. It's easy. See, Miss Kelly, you must be new because you asked me, was I in a narcissist relationship? Go back and watch my videos. You'll figure it out. I'll make you smile. That's good. But yeah, but if think about how they get in there. Think about how they get in there. So it's easy to get in somebody's heart if you're not protecting it, and a lot of times we're too trusting. So you guys ready? Thank you so much, Miss Mary. I appreciate you. Thank you, Will. I appreciate you too. Thank you. Found me a year ago. You watched all the videos. Hey, Erica, were they hard to watch at first? Go ahead and be honest. They were hard to watch at first, right? Intros were too long. I was boring. I was trying to be super professional and keep still in the camera. Yep. I'm good now. Well, thank you so much, Stephanie. I appreciate you. That's good, Kim. That's good. The name of my book is Unmasking the Illusion of Perfection. Yeah, they were different, weren't they, Erica? She was trying to be kind. Erica, you could be real. You were trying to be kind. They were just a little different. They were a little different. Girl, they were boring. The videos were boring. They were informative. They were just boring. So y'all ready? All right. You gonna go watch them? See, Kelly, now you can go back and watch them. They good, but they just boring. I didn't have no personality. I was trying to be professional. Hello, everyone. This is and then I think at that time in the very beginning, it was more women that were asking me the question. So at first, I kind of modeled it around talking to women coming out of domestic violence and stuff like that. Coming out of narcissist stuff. And then all of a sudden, a lot of men started reaching out. So when men started reaching out, I started changing it to talk to men and women all together. And in the very beginning, I called my program Redefining Yourself. And then I said, you know what? No, let's just call it what it is, overcoming narcissist abuse. Erica said, I'm more comfortable now. It wasn't really that I was uncomfortable. It was just, I was trying to be really professional. I wanted you guys to take me serious. Now that you guys know I have the information, I just be myself. It was hard to be serious all the time. It was hard. Thank you, Lamont. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You remember you used to tape the videos from your office I know. I'm going to get back in the office. I haven't had the opportunity to get back in the office. I'm going to get back in the office. I'm classic. Thank you. Thank you. What channel is that? This one right here. Hold on. Which one is my YouTube? Let me look. You guys are my YouTube over here on this side. So it is on this side. All my older videos. So you guys ready? Can you guys give me 30 minutes? Give me 30 minutes. Thank you so much, Martis. I appreciate it. They're worth a watch. You learned a lot. Thank you. They were informative. It's just that the intros were so long. Hey, Matthew, how you doing? The intros were so long, and then I was trying to, you trying to do the intros and don't realize maybe you should do, instead of doing the intro, just do the outro. Do the rest of your business at the end of the video. I was still learning, so y'all give me a break. But give me a break, y'all. I got better now. I got better. You gonna give me 30 minutes, Yolanda? All right, you ready? So 30 minutes. Come on, y'all give me some questions. What would you like to know? What would you like to know? How you been with that pretty baby, Matthew? You've built a Mexican wall border around my heart. I'm so overly cautious now. Got to be careful too, because when you overly cautious, that still, puts you in a position where you can get penetrated because you're so overly cautious. Then they'll present themselves to you as being overly cautious and trying to approach you and trying to make you feel comfortable. They'll work. It's going to be 45 minutes. See, I'm trying to get y'all off in 30 minutes. You have a genuine vibe to reach people. Thank you so much, Miss Yolanda. You got to remember I was in the military. So I had to train and lead soldiers of all age groups. Young people. I had people 18, 19 years old. Then I had older people that were close to my age that I had to lead. And, I left as a first sergeant. I was in a position of a first sergeant, and you know, you when you lead people, you have to know how to train, because I was a senior trainer too. I was a trainer of trainers. And so I started training as a young leader, and then as I got older and senior in my rank, I became trainer of trainers. So I was training trainers to train, you know. So to come out and do it now, especially dealing with narcissist abuse, I take a lot of my military training and I use that to train, you know, to train you guys, you know, to give you guys information. So, and when I was in military, I was serious, but I was funny without smiling, being funny. So, you know, so the training went well when you get people to relax and get the information. You know what I mean? What's the first defense that actually appears after overcoming narcissist abuse? I'm not quite sure what you're asking me. I'm not quite sure what that can rephrase that question, Ellie. I'm not sure what you're asking me. You're a veteran for us older folks. Am I? Please help you get your life started. Then you make sure you contact me for coaching. Thank you for your service. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Will. Thank you. Let me see. A coworker befriended me, and then a couple of months later got dissing. What does that mean? Oh no. Maybe they don't like you. Oh no. Maybe they don't like you. Did somebody ask my age? What is the Hoover stage? You mean the Hoover stage is? Every time they Hoover you? What a Hoover is, think of the Hoover. Who telling my age that I've given? Who's asking my age? I'm 32 and holding. So okay, so you remember the Hoover vacuum cleaner. The Hoover vacuum cleaner, you turn it on, what does the Hoover do? It sucks up stuff. So a narcissist, when they discard or you discard them, you know, after a while, they will come back around some kind of way if they can't get good supply to try to Hoover you back in. The Hoover might just be they show up and look at you. And then all of a sudden your heart is palpitating. Oh my gosh, there they are. Or they may call you, say, I'm sorry, you know, and I made a mistake. And would you please, you know, come back? Whatever it is to try to Hoover you back into their bubble, into their world. And most of the time people fall for the Hoover. During the corona, one of the first videos I made on the shut-in was, you know, be careful of the corona Hoover, because that was that time where they reach out like, you know, I don't want anything. I'm just checking to make sure you're okay. Do you need anything? You need toilet paper? You need any supplies or anything like that? Excuse me, y'all. But do you guys need any supply or anything? You know, I'm just checking on you guys. And a lot of you guys had the corona Hoover. So during the corona Hoover, what ended up happening, some of you guys fell for the corona Hoover. And so when you guys fell for that corona Hoover, guess what? They were back in there again, right? Because, oh my gosh, they really do care. Buying you toilet paper and Lysol and hand sanitizer, they were doing all that for you. Sorry, you guys, I was trying to adjust my, let me adjust this. But a lot of you guys fell for the Hoover. You know, in order not to fall for the Hoover, what the main thing is that you have to be done with them, period. You have to be done. You have to be done with them yourself. If you're not done with them in your heart, you'll always fall for the Hoover because your heart still cares for them. You have to make up in your mind, it's done. I'm done. I'm over. I'm through with it. You know, that's the hardest decision. A lot of people want the Hoover. So a lot of people are wanting the Hoover. You guys, excuse me, I'm talking and trying to adjust my light, okay? But a lot of you guys, you know, and I'm not saying everybody, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people fall for the Hoover because of the fact you want to be Hoovered. And so if you want to be Hoovered, you're going to fall for the Hoover. You have to make up in your mind that it's done and over with. You know, once you make up in your mind that it's done and over with, you know, you won't fall for the Hoover that quick. It'll get to a point where they get on your nerves. You know, they'll get on your nerves, but you'll know in your heart that you no longer want them. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So you won't fall for the Hoover. Once you understand what you're dealing with a narcissist, once you understand what you're dealing with, and as you guys continue Gray Rock, as you continue no contact, for those of you that don't have children by the narcissist, as long as you guys are no contact, if you have kids, you really have to practice Gray Rocking. You really have to practice, and you know, you have to, in your mind, you have to make up it's done and over with. You're going to go through withdrawals. You're going to cry. You're going to go through the stages of grief. It's going to be hard. Don't ever let a coach tell you that it's not going to be hard, that the that this, when you separate from that narcissist, and it's just like getting off of drugs. A lot of you have been addicted to drugs before, so getting off of drugs, you have to break the addiction, and then you have to do whatever you can do not to get addicted on the, or get on the drug again, because you know what your weaknesses are. That's the same thing. Look at the narcissist as a drug. And you have to understand that when you make up your mind, you have to remember the reasons why you're leaving. You have to understand that that person does not have any empathy. That person does not have the ability to love you like you can love. You have to remember that everything that they do, there's an ulterior motive. And a lot of people, I've heard people say, well, you know what? I love him, I love her, and I'm just going to try to make it work. It ain't going to work. I'm going to tell you that now. Either you going to kill somebody, they going to kill you, you going to commit suicide, you going to go crazy, something going to happen. And you have to remember your children are watching you. So you are setting up a pattern, and you're setting up, you're showing your children what is acceptable. Men, you're showing those young boys that being with an abusive woman, a big mouth woman, a woman that always got to tell you what to do and how to do it, and she gonna do this, and she bosses you around. Men, y'all not jellybacks. Y'all need to stand up and be men. And standing up and being men don't mean you got to put your hands on her. You don't have to cuss her out. You don't have to call her out her name. But you got to stand up and put your foot down, and you're not going to run over me, because your sons are watching. And so your sons are watching, so either they're going to think you weak, or they're going to overcompensate and they're abusive to a woman. Ladies, that is not your son. Ladies, that is not your son. And I'm not even talking about narcissists now. I'm saying, ladies, that is not your son. They had a mama. You don't tell that man what to do and how to do it. You don't tell the person that you're dating what to do. You're not the parent. You are a relationship. And in a relationship, there's no such thing as 50-50. It's respect both ways. And then ladies, when you're getting with a man is not your father. He don't tell you what to do. You guys agree. You guys are grown people. You have a mind for yourself, to think for yourself. You have ideas for yourself. Anytime a person makes you try to think like they think and bosses you around, and any man that puts his hand on a woman is weak, is a punk. I'm going to tell you that now. That's a weak man if he has to put his hands on a woman. Now, I'm not saying that if a woman puts her hands on you, men, you have to understand how much strength you have. And I don't care how much that woman is pounding on you. If you need to get her off you, that's one thing. But men, sometimes men are stronger than women. Some. Because there's some strong women out there that can beat up a man. I've seen that too. But at the same time, you got to remember, just because we're considered the weaker of the two, not weaker meaning that we're not physically strong or we're not mentally strong, where you have to be gentle with the woman. We're supposed to be ladies. Ladies, act like a lady. Stop trying to boss folks around. You can't go in there and a man should not be putting his hand on you. Anytime a man has to embarrass you in public, anytime a man has to put his hands on you, call you out your name, manipulate you, even a narcissist, when we talk about narcissists, why would you stay? Why would you stay? And yes, you are addicted, but you have to make up in your mind, just like we make up in our mind to lose weight. We make up our minds to stop smoking. We make up our minds to stop taking drugs and alcohol. You got to make up your mind. You're going to let that drug go. And just like any other addiction, you're going to have withdrawals. You're going to be in there crying and sweating, night sweats. You're looking over in your bed, ain't nobody in your bed. And then your mind will start messing with you, because in your mind over and over is going to keep replaying that they're with someone else. So in your mind, you'll actually be envisioning, tell me if I'm lying, you're going to be envisioning them having sex with somebody else. All the things that they did with you, you're going to be thinking about, are they doing that with them? You see movies and you see somebody kissing and stuff, you're going to fall apart, because all that your mind is messing with you. It takes time. That's why I say, that's why I tell a lot of you, don't get coaching first, get counseling first. Because a lot of you are dealing with post-traumatic stress, complex post-traumatic stress. You got night sweats, night terrors, nightmares. I think somebody asked me about nightmares. You got to think your brain can only hold so much. Your mind and your memory can only hold so much. It starts slipping out somewhere. It's going to slip out in your behavior. It's going to slip out in your attitude. It's going to slip out in your dreams. So yeah, your mind is trying to release, like a pressure cooker. Your mind is trying to release stress too. You start having nightmares trying to release stress, And then you have to think, what were you thinking about when you went to bed? You can't have this going around in your head over and over and over and over again and expect for it not to show up in your dreams. Some of you guys pray before you go to bed. Some of you meditate before you go to bed. Whatever it is that you do to get your mind prepared for bed is what you're going to have to do. And then some of y'all can't sleep at all because it's so fresh. New Donna Rogers says that he couldn't sleep, But yeah, in the very beginning, it's going to be hard to sleep. It's going to be hard. I couldn't sleep. I was wide awake. And then when I did go to sleep, because my mind kept ruminating, and it was playing out everything that was happening and everything that, and you want to know, who is this person? Who is this? And then eventually it got to a point where I didn't even want to wake up. At the particular time, I didn't want to die. I just didn't want to wake up. I wanted to keep sleeping. I didn't want to get up. Just let me keep sleeping until it's all over with. You see what I mean? So yeah, this is very, very normal when you come out of a traumatic relationship, especially with a narcissist. Especially with a narcissist. I know it's over. I don't want him back, yet I still struggle with missing him sometimes. That's normal. You're going through a detox. That's normal. That's very normal. And a lot of people feel crazy. A lot of people have said that I feel crazy and I'm afraid to admit this, but I still want him or I still want her, even though I know, yeah, of course you're still gonna crave that person. Crave that person, of course. It's a drug. He's a drug, she's a drug. And so of course you're gonna still crave that person. But just because you crave something doesn't mean that craving or that something that you crave is good for you. Yeah. Stay asleep till it's over, huh? I sleep good now. However, 2 years ago, it was horrible. See, but you got past it. Did you not, Vince? You got past it, though. And now you can actually sleep. How long does the detox last? The detox, think about it, Brittany. The detox is going to, if you were strung out on crack for a week and then you stop, the detox may last a very short period of time. There are some drugs you become addicted to right away. And there are some, if you stop, you just have to get beyond the cravings. You're not really addicted the way you think you are. So just like relationships, if you've been in a relationship with the narcissist for 10, 15, 20 years, the detox is going to take a while. The detox is going to take a while. That it has to get out your system. If you, even those of you that have been with them for 3, 4, 5 months, it's still a different type of relationship. It's not a normal relationship like you have been in. And so even detoxing from that, you'd be surprised at how quick you became addicted to that person and how bad they treated you. And when you separate yourself and you see yourself and you see how bad they treated you, some of you guys are appalled because you didn't see it. Everybody around you saw it. But at the same time, it just depends on, number one, these are some of the factors that play into how long it takes to detox. Number one, your family history of abuse. What did you see with your parents? What happened to you? Remember, I was just doing the series, and I'm going to continue the series on starting Tuesday, the series of the dysfunctional family dynamic. And I talked about the golden child, the scapegoat, the lost child, and the mascot. Was it the mascot? Yeah, the mascot. And so think about it. It also depends on what role you played in a toxic family. If your parents were narcissistic, what other relationship you've been in, and so here you get to this person, you finally wake up. You're not just detoxing from that one person. You're detoxing from everybody you've been with. And sometimes that takes a while. And so no one can give you an absolute number of how long it's going to take to detox. Everybody is different. The female narcissist in my life sabotaged my name. Sounds like a female narcissist, female and male, really. They'll sabotage it. They smear your name. They smear campaign you just in case you go and tell your story. So just in case you go tell your story, they want to mess up your credibility before your story gets out there and people find out about them. So they got to mess up your reputation so people won't believe you. So that's the game that they play. Doctors, lawyers, business owners get food by narcs. I forgive myself. Oh yeah, most people have gotten food. Judges get food in the court system. So yeah, judges get food. So don't beat yourself up like I can't believe this has happened to me. How did this happen? I'm smarter than that. And let me tell you guys something else. A lot of you guys, and I've had somebody email me and rebuke me and say that they are offended because of the fact that they're not weak. Let me see, I'm not weak and I'm a strong woman and I have my own business and I'm a CEO and I make my own money, have my own material possessions, and I'm not weak. It just so happened that, I really did care about this person. You know what? Let me show you where the person was weak at, where the narcissist found that weakness. The narcissist found the weakness in pride and vanity because you're so strong. You so strong, you can't tell, and I can't, because I'm strong. Yep, that narcissist, a lot of times it may not be the weakness that you think it is. Sometimes you think you're weak and you're heartbroken and you're jacked up and you're this and you are all messed up and your head is messed up. That's not the case. That's not the case. Sometimes it's pride and vanity. Sometimes you're looking at weakness the wrong way. Sometimes your pride, your vanity, and your arrogance is the weakness that they pull in. They play on your arrogance. They play on your pride. And then they rub that little ego. Oh, they rub that ego on you. And it's what feel. And it is not that you're a narcissist, but now you're acting like one because you wanted them to rub your thank you so much, Miss Angel. You wanted him to rub your ego too. So that narcissist will rub that ego. And think about them beautiful women. You know you always been beautiful. And it don't you can get any man you want to get. It ain't hard to get any man that I want to get, but this one is a challenge. So this one right here is giving you a challenge, is making you feel like you might not be the most beautiful, because that's all you've ever been heard. That's all you've ever heard is how pretty you are. You got that good hair. You got that good Indian hair. You got that Brazilian hair. And you got them great contacts. But you crude, you real crude. And so that's all you've ever known. Everybody's always giving you compliments because you cute. So guess what? You done put yourself out there. You've become narc bait. Because now that narcissist is going to play up to that. And you want to hear that because that's all you've ever known. But see, they give you a different challenge. They give you a different challenge. That challenge is different than anybody else that has ever fallen for you. You got it from the beginning, but all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, this is different because anybody else has fallen in love, head over heels for me. And I just don't understand. I ain't never had nobody. Yeah, because you ain't never met a narcissist. And that you got to get that pride and vanity in check because they coming after you. And you're going to figure out, you're going to think you the ugliest person on the earth now. It done went from one to another. This wasn't supposed to happen. Men the same way. You walk around with that six pack and that sports car, and you got them cute shoes, and you smell good, you look good, you walk good. You're not even a narcissist, but can't nobody tell you nothing because you've been handsome all your life. You ain't never had a problem getting a woman. I can get any woman that I want to get. You a player from the Himalayas. You crude. And you can get whatever woman you want to get. And guess what? That pride hook you right on up because you have become a where's the six pack? Okay, 40 ounce. But but you have been able to get any woman that you ever wanted to get. So to you, she's just a game. To you, she just, I can get her too if I want to. But what you don't know is that's the excitement of the chase. That is the excitement of the chase. You said, what kind of hair? That Brazilian hair, the Indian hair. That Indian, you got that good hair. You got that good hair from Brazil. You got that lace front that look like yours. Don't nobody know that ain't yours. I'm from Munich, Germany, by the way of Georgia, Maryland, Mississippi. I learned to speak English in Georgia. But see, the thing about it, hold on just a minute, Miss Angel. I see you. But the thing about it is that's all you've ever known. You've been a player. That's all you've ever been as a player. So guess what happens? That's a challenge to her, or that's a challenge to him. So they go after you because a narcissist has no problem breaking you. You become a great challenge to them. So they don't have a problem. You put yourself out there. So see, a lot of times you think that that you're weak, you're jacked up, your mind is messed up. No, that's not the case. That is absolutely not the case. Sometimes it doesn't go that way. And then you wonder how the strong CEOs and these strong people came. They were strong people. They were strong-minded people. But the weakness may not have been that there are pieces in your heart that have not been healed. Because pride is just another form of fear. So pride is just another form of fear. When you're prideful and you're vain, that's just another form of fear. And so that narcissist has tapped into that. You see what I mean? So it doesn't mean that you super jacked up and crazy. It's just that there's some stuff about you that may not have been healed, but that doesn't make you a super jacked up person. That's not true. That is not true. Okay, hold on just a minute. Let me see. Miss Angel said, thoughts on new supply. Who is an older supply, but he's gone back and forth trying to be like you. Colors her hair like mine, cooks meals. She has a child with him. I have 4. He's always comparing. So he's triangulating. And you guys allow him to triangulate. He goes back and forth so he can play you guys against each other. And then he says something to her, he says something to you, and then y'all fight each other. So he's triangulating. And then you have to remember, I have a video when the new supply, I can't recall what the video is. It's like over 300 videos. But there's a video that I did when the supply is trying to figure out about you. They're trying to figure out, they're looking at you to see what it was about you, you know, they must have loved you better, or they, what is it about you? They're curious about you too. So that supply or that narcissist will start transforming that new supply into you, telling that new supply to dress like this and do this and do that, because they're transforming that new supply into you. Or the new supply sees you, so he or she will try to transform into you to make that narcissist love them. So it's just a sick circle, a sick triangle. You know, so that he's just triangulating you two. That's what he's doing. He's playing you guys against each other because he gets fuel from that. He gets fuel from that. He caught me coming out of shelters as he was going in and played me like a fine fiddle. That's how they do. Their game's off the chart unless, you know, a lot of you guys. So I'm not gonna say a lot of you guys, because a lot of you guys are survivors. A lot of you guys are still in it, and some of you guys are actually narcissists. I ain't gonna point you out, but some of you guys are actually narcissists playing victim. But at the same, getting information, I don't have a problem with that. Do you, boo boo? Do you? But anyway, but like I was saying, you know, where was I going with that? Hold on, let me go back and look at what was being said here. Hold on, I was responding to someone. I lost my train of thought. I hate losing my train of thought. But you got to remember that a lot of, oh, there we go. So a lot of times though, see, we always assume that a narcissist gets his prey. I did a video on that too. Narcissist doesn't always, 10 minutes, okay. But a narcissist doesn't always get their prey. Sometimes a narcissist will bite off more than they can chew. So they'll go after somebody that's causing narc injury from the start. Just narc injury from the start. They see the game. They don't have time for the game. It bothers them. They don't want to be bothered with you. And they cause narc injury back to back to back to back. That narcissist, like, that is entirely too much narc injury from the beginning. So I'm not even going to pursue this person. They don't want to have nothing to do with you. Now, they may smear your name, but it really won't even bother you because you really never got to know them. So some narcissists know, you know, that's not one that I really, you know, because you see through the game. Even though you don't realize that they were a narcissist, but you see through the game. You just, and that narcissist like, I'm risking too much trying to come after this person, so I'm going to leave this alone. And they back up and leave you alone. Yeah, they back up and leave you alone. The best way to play is not, that's right, the best way to win is not to play. That's right. But sometimes when you've been in there, you got to learn to pull back out. But see, some of you guys want to fight, you know, some of you guys want to fight till the dire end. You're going to fight this narcissist back because you feel you want vengeance. You want to be vindicated. Well, with a narcissist, you wanting vengeance and wanting to be vindicated is playing into their hand. So you're playing the game that they it's like a maze. They already put all the little, you know, chess pieces out. So no matter which way you go, when you go forward, you're going to run into their trap. And so what you have to do, you need to back up, because every fight is not meant for you to fight. Thank you, Nubia. But every fight is not meant for you to fight. Sometimes the strongest person knows when to pull out of the fight and let them fight themselves. And you'll win the fight, because how can they fight themselves? They get more frustrated with the fact that you won't play into the game with them. When you don't play into the game with them, it burns them up because they can't get you to react. That right there, it just kills them. From the inside, it kills them. I don't want him to get away with it. With Caroline, if you're pursuing him and you don't want him to get away with it, he's always going to get away, and he's always going to have you feeling like that. So he getting thought fuel just from you thinking that. Excuse me. Can judges be narcs so they uphold the narc in court? Yeah, of course. Anybody can be a narcissist. Narcissism doesn't skip people. You know, anybody can be a narcissist. I'm not saying that everybody is a narcissist. What I'm saying is it doesn't skip people. Some of the people that you're around, some of the movie stars that you love are narcissists. Some of the movie stars that you love, some of the actors, the actresses, people in the church, pastors, musicians that you love, narcissists. Some of the people that you work around are narcissists, you just don't know it. Some of them are just the friendliest, nicest, funniest people you've ever been around. You just really enjoy being around them. And a lot of them are narcissists, you just don't know it. How do you recover from being baited? I knew better and engaged anyway. Back out. Back out and start gray rocking and go no contact. The judge, right? Yeah, some judges are narcissists. Yenny said, I had to choose my mental health over dealing with my daughter's father. He's not in her life. Good. good, but you might be saving your child too, because you don't know what that person will do to your child in order to get at you. They don't care. If it hurts you, they'll come after it. And if you love your children and they know you want to protect your kids, they'll come after the kid. Sometimes you have to know when to back up. And parents, you have to know when to back up to get away from them to protect your own kids. Sometimes you got to learn to shut up. I know that was harsh, but sometimes you got to learn to shut up. Let's see. I done left the table. I'm not going to fight no woman over any man, even if he's my husband. Sorry, let God be God and every man a liar. Girl, if you got, let me tell you something. Women, men, why are you fighting for something that belongs to everybody? If you got to fight for him, it wasn't yours in the first place. That's community property. You know what I mean? That's community property. And if he or she can leave for somebody else, he or she was never there anyway. And then the sad part about it is you can't think, that person can't steal something that never belonged to you, and can't steal something that's not bolted down either. So the problem is when that individual gets to them, oh, trust me, there's going to be someone else that will quote unquote steal them from her or him. See what I mean? And then sometimes, because most of us are very loyal people, sometimes it's better for them to have left. So when they leave and they go to somebody else, thanks, Miss Yolanda. When they go to somebody else, that becomes their headache. When I say literally their headache, their disease, their downfall, you are be able to rest at night. You can go to sleep at night. You can enjoy. You know what? I'm gonna say this. There's a person that I admire besides my mentor. Now, I admire my mentor because she was married to her husband for 31 years. And Bishop passed. And one thing that she showed us as women in the church was that she doesn't have to have a man to do nothing. She's a very strong woman, a powerful woman. She's a woman that's business. She runs a church. She's very respected. So that is my mentor, and I honor her, and I honor her for what she shows us as a woman. But there's another lady that I really admire a lot. She's a very strong woman. She's a businesswoman. She has her own house, and she's about stacking her bills, but she's content. And the person I'm talking about is Miss Yolanda over here. And I admire Miss Yolanda because I really admire the fact she's a powerful woman in the industry that she's in, and she's very confident. She's a very confident woman. And not only is she a confident woman, she has her own home. She makes her own money. She always coming in with them cute shoes, but I can't fit them, so I can't ask them for them. My foot too big, and they come over the front of the shoe. But I just really admire her because she's a very strong woman, and that's one of the things when you dealing. She old as dirt. No, I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you, but no. What I really admire though is because that's exactly how I want to present to my own children. Because I have daughters and I have granddaughters, and one of the things that I try to teach you guys is that you don't need a man and you don't need a woman in your life to get yourself back together. You've lost a lot, so you should have learned a lesson from that. A lot of us didn't know. A lot of us didn't know. I'm funny, but a lot of us didn't know. You still 20? You ain't younger than me because I'm 32. You at least 34. Miss Yolanda's right. But what I'm saying is, all right, Miss Cynthia. But the thing about it is that you don't have to have a man or a woman in your life to do anything. A lot of you have been through so much hell. That's not a cuss word, y'all. Y'all have been through y'all have walked through hell with these individuals. You almost lost your mind. You almost lost your health. You lost a lot of your material possessions. Everything that was beautiful and that you built, you lost it. The one thing you got to set your mind to, and then I'm done, y'all. But the one thing you got to set your mind to, and Miss Demetria, Miss Tasha is a young woman. And Tasha is a very confident lady. That's a confident lady. Miss Cynthia, she knows she can cook. She be putting her feet in her food. But I mean, confident women, they're confident ladies, and you got to be around men and women. You got to be around women of strength. And the one thing you have to know is that you've been through so much. The one thing I put my mind to is I lost everything. I lost everything because I tried to give everything. And so one thing I want to do is I want to establish my own. I want my daughters to see, for me as a woman, I want my daughters to see, and I want the women that I talk to see that you as women, and men too, don't get me wrong, I'm just talking to the ladies because I'm a woman, but I want to, her whole foot, right? I want the women to see that you can bounce back from this. I lost 2 houses. I always talk about my pretty Mercedes. I lost my pretty Mercedes. Lord knows I love that Mercedes. It was pearl white, wood grain and leather on it. I just love, oh Lord have mercy. But you know, and I got a different car and I got what I wanted. I got what I wanted and I paid it off and everything. I did that. No one did that for me. I did that. I built a business. I did that. I built a business. You see what I mean? You know, I talk about narcissism. I did that. No one can get credit for that. You know, and that's what I'm saying is that a lot of you have been through so much and you lost stuff. See, AJ, you lost things. But thank you, Miss Tasha. But you can restore yourself. And a lot of these ladies knew me when I had stuff, and then I lost everything. And they watched me. I never changed my character. I was angry, but I never changed my character. I stayed on course, and I had to go back and rebuild because the one thing that I was blessed that I came out the military with a young kid. And so I couldn't lose myself because I had a young kid to take care of. All my other kids are old as dirt with the grandkids, but I had one young kid. I had a young child, you know, at an older age coming out the military. And the one thing that I focused on is that I have no choice but to show my daughter that you can do it, that you can do it. And my older kids watched me when I was younger and I was wild. And then I went in the military. You know, when I went in the military, they watched me go through the abuse. They watched me lose everything. They watched me get my education. They watched me lead and train soldiers. They watched me when I had a debilitating, I think that's what's called debilitating back injury where I was going to be in a wheelchair. They were going to put me in a wheelchair. I was going to be in a wheelchair. And then it didn't help any that I was going through the abuse, but I was going to be put in a wheelchair, y'all, a wheelchair. I can't wear stilettos in a wheelchair. That is not cute, you know, but they were going to put me in a wheelchair. And I was almost 300 pounds. I was stressed. I was on medication that wasn't helping, and it was making me worse. And the medication, I was on fentanyl. Y'all. What Prince died of, fentanyl. I was on a fentanyl patch. That is like what they give a stage 4 cancer person. And I almost wrecked my car. And from that point forward, I made up in my mind that I was going to rebuild. I've got people watching me. I have people in the church watching me. I have young people watching me. I have children that are watching me. I have daughters that are watching me. I have granddaughters that are watching me. And I made up in my mind, I'm going to rebuild and I'm going to show them the power of a woman. Let me show you the power. But the person that I had to look up to was my mentor. And because I watched her do it, and her husband passed at 31 years, and she got 4 kids at the house, 4 adult kids, but she got 4 kids at the house, got a church she's running, got all of us that had issues, and she's a businesswoman, and she had to do it by herself all over again. I said, if she can do it, I know I can do it. So sometimes you need somebody to look at. Sometimes you need somebody that you can model after until you get yourself on your feet that can mentor you. And so the one thing that I try to tell you guys, and that's men alike, a lot of times you have to think sometimes men make more money than women do. Not all the time now. Some of us are bosses, you know. I didn't say bosses. I said bosses. Some of us are bosses. So sometimes women can make more money than men. But a lot of times it's a little easier for a man to maneuver in. Thank you so much, Armand. I appreciate you. Thank you, Phyllis. But sometimes men, it's a little easy for you to maneuver in money because a lot of you come out of homes and then you're independent. A lot of times women come out of the homes, they attach themselves to a man. So to go out there and start everything all over again, and to especially having to rebuild if you were a stay-at-home mother and you have no job skill, you have no education. Some of you have education, but you really didn't have to, you didn't have to do a lot in order to sustain. Now you have to come out there. So one thing that I tell you guys, and one thing I always implement, and the one thing I do as a role model that I do, yeah, that's a good role. Yes, she is. The one thing that I try to do, because I'm on video, so you guys see I'm a human being, but I always try to model the fact that you can do it. You can write a book. You can come up with a business. You can start over again. You may have to start from ground zero, but the one thing that you can say, I'm going to start preaching, but the one thing that you can say is that you did it by yourself. You didn't do it. Now, true enough, when I say you did it by yourself, what I'm saying is you have people to help you maneuver through the industry, but you didn't do it with a husband or with a wife. You have the skills to do it yourself. You don't know how powerful you really are. Sometimes you don't know your strength until somebody wounds you so bad. A mother doesn't know her strength. Thank you, Erica. A mother doesn't know her strength until you mess with her kids. You mess with one of my kids. I never really had to fight anybody over my children, but I don't know my strength until you mess with one of my kids. You mess with one of my kids, I pray I don't do anything crazy, because you really don't know your strength as a parent. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is that a lot of times you don't know the strength you have until you meet someone that brings out your strength. And sometimes the person that brought out your strength is the narcissist that was in your life that tore your stuff up. Then you have to start all over again. But guess what? You can you can be a bitter woman or a bitter man, or you can be a better woman or a better man. You're going to have to choose. If you decide to be bitter and not better, then what's going to happen is you're going to be miserable. You're going to be depressed. You're going to be sick. You're going to be angry. Folks ain't going to want to talk to you because you're just ugly. Or you're going to learn how to be a better person to help other people. So sometimes you're the person to teach people something so that they don't have to go through the same thing that you went through. And so a lot of times you are the light to other people. Sometimes people don't have to go all the way. Sometimes some of you guys have been so abused and some of you guys haven't. And some of you guys have been so abused that your testimony and the way that you bounce back, the way that you bounce back will keep somebody from going all the way in the way that you did. You see what I mean? So what I'm saying is that sometimes it takes, we in the church, we always say sometimes it take a Judas to bring out your strength. It take a Judas to take you to your cross. So what I'm saying is that, and then that Judas right there is going to bring out your strength. So sometimes you need an enemy. You don't want to kill your enemy because your enemy is going to keep you on your toes. Remember that story I told you? I think it was Bishop Jake just told a story about the cod. I think it was the cod. He had tasted some cod on the East Coast and it was really good. And he wanted them to, or it was somebody had tasted some cod and they wanted that cod to be sent to the down south. But every time they sent it, it didn't taste like the fresh cod that they had tasted up there. So, okay, we'll ship the cod live. Thank you, Anika. But ship the cod live. But by the time that the cod got down south, the cod was dead and it still didn't have that good taste to it. So what they found out, if they put a natural predator in the tank with the cod, that keeps their adrenaline pumping, which was catfish. And so they put a catfish in the tank with all the cod, and it kept the adrenaline pumping where the cod had to save his life while he's swimming around in the tank. When they got the fish down there and they served the fish tasted like the fish that was over there on the East Coast. So the point I'm trying to make is that you can look at the situation and woe is me. And I'm not saying you guys are not hurting. I understand the pain. I've been there. I was there for 22 years, and then my recovery took 6 some odd years. You see what I mean? My recovery took six some odd years. You see what I mean? And then I've been with Apostle Sadler for 13, 14 years, and so imagine how long she had to work with me. You see what I mean? And so it took me that long to recover and discover myself. And sometimes it takes a strong woman to bring out the strong woman in you. It takes a strong man as a mentor to bring out the strong man in you. Men, you're not jellybags. No woman should be telling you what to do or tell you how to do something or abusing you as well, calling out your name and telling you everything that they say that's negative. You ain't this. They're telling you all the positive things that they admired about you. So now they're just trying to hurt you by taking the positive things and flipping it around. Women, the same thing. You shouldn't be with somebody who's going to bring out the worst of you. You should be someone that brings out the best in you and is not afraid or is not jealous of you. That's friends. That's family. That's frenemies. That's relationships. You see what I mean? And so what I'm telling you is that you can bounce back. And I know I'm going over my time, but I really wanted to make sure you heard that is you can bounce back. I promise you can bounce back. I've done it. A lot of people that I have met have done it. You can do it. And it's not easy. I promise it's not easy. Because even sitting here trying to do things for you guys, and I'm trying to be great like Tasha, let her be great. So let me be great. But I'm trying to create classes and stuff like that. But think about it. That is a way to generate finances. So I'm showing my daughters how to generate your own finances without depending on the government. And I'm not saying depending on the government is wrong. Don't get me wrong. If you're getting food stamps, you're getting TANF, you getting Section 8 or housing, you use that until you can get on your feet. I did when I was young. I had all those benefits. So don't feel bad about that. But what I'm saying is I'm not going to depend on the government giving me money and deciding when they're going to give me money, how much money they're going to give when I can generate my own finances. If I can generate my own finances and create a perpetual flow of money, whether it's buying properties, whether it's selling books, whether it's doing something, the one thing that I told myself, I would never be in a situation where I was before, where I had to believe God for $1 to buy some toilet paper. That's how bad it got. I had to believe God and that's just my belief, y'all. It's just my belief. I'm just saying my belief. I'm not saying your belief. Everybody Everybody believes different. But I had to believe God to eat food. My child has something to eat, and I had to believe God and ask my mentor to help me get some food for myself, while my child was eating, because I didn't have enough money, and everybody saw me and I looked good, and I had doctor behind my name, whatever. But at the same time, nobody knew what I was going through. So trust me, if I go through it and I went through it and I started thinking of my future and my children, I want to leave something for my kids. I want to leave a house for my children. I would like to take my children on a trip, take them somewhere. I want to leave a legacy. I want to teach people. That's what you should be thinking. This right here is not the end of your life. It is very painful. Yes, it is. I'm not going to tell you it's not painful, but when you were pregnant and you gave birth to your child, it was a painful process. Now, some of y'all cheating got an epidural, but that's all right. But it was a painful process. You carried that baby for 9 months. Your body did things your body ain't never did before. You had stretch marks in places you didn't even know you had skin. And so what I'm saying is, you're welcome. And but what I'm saying is that you gave birth to a child, and it was the most excruciating pain. And it was actually, when you read about it, it's the closest that you will ever get to death. A human being can get to death and survive from it. A major accident, like you've been hit by a truck, and your body recovered from that, and then you're looking at this little baby and you don't forgot about it. Not that you forgot about it, but the pain that you went through is not worth the life that you're holding in your hands. And you see your children every day, and you can think back right now. You really don't even think about the pain that you went through. You could talk about it, but yeah, leaving generational wealth. But you may talk about the pain you went through, but in actuality, you don't feel it that way. You feel more of the love. You had an epidural. You know what, Steve? Y'all talking about giving birth, but you looking at your children, and you looking at your children. So what I'm telling you is that you're going through birth pains. You're going through birth pains because of the fact that you done been through something. Sometimes when you go through surgery, the surgery and the healing process hurts more than the actual pain itself. Some of you guys are going through the healing process. Some of you guys, thank you, Uniquely, my day. I love you back. But you know what? But a lot of you guys have been through the most trauma in your whole life. Now you're going through birthing pains. Now you're going through the pain of rehabilitation. Now you're going through the pain of seeing a doctor and having to do surgery. Thank you so much, Healing Hurts. But I read worth. But the pain that you're going through, those are growing pains, those are healing pains. That's the pain that you're going through in order to bring that baby forth, to bring your ideas ahead, to bring, to break open. Because the longer you would have stayed with that person, you'll never discover how unique you really are. You'll never discover how powerful you really are. You guys think you're weak because you got caught up with these people. Really, because you survived with these people, you're actually very strong. And the reason why they chose you is not because you all jacked up and dumb and ignorant or whatever. It's because of how strong you really are, how powerful you really are. What they found is your weakness. They found some weakness. Yeah, y'all were cheating. My epidural didn't work. But what they found was some weaknesses in your heart. And really what that shows you is they showed you what you need to work on. Not to become hard, not to decide you'll never be with another person, not to lock your heart up and be a hermit. No, what happens is they showed you some places that need repair. If you take a boat out and you get in the boat and it's got little bubbles coming out, you might want to go back and get that repaired. Sometimes people repair, or like a tire. They dip the tire in water to find out where the holes are, and then they seal the holes back up. So really, you need to thank a narc. We need to create a day that says, thank a narc. Thank you, narcissist, for hurting me. Thank you for showing me where my heart needs to be healed. Thank you so much for showing me, because if you wouldn't have shown me, I wouldn't have found it on the map. I wouldn't have found it with these NVG glasses. NVG glasses in the military highlights everything that has heat to it. It has heat sensors. So everything in the glasses is black and green. So anything shows up in those glasses, those of you that were in the military, anything that shows up in those night vision goggles, those NVGs, if it shows up as red in there, there is something alive out there. And what that narcissist did, he showed you all the stuff that was alive in you. The pride, the vanity, the arrogance, or low self-esteem, or the opposite, low self-esteem, low self-worth, desperation to be with somebody, got to be in a relationship. I need some money to pay bills. I need a man, or I need a woman to help me pay bills. I want I need to be married because it looks better if I'm married and I look good in front of my family talking about me. So they presented to you all the areas that you need to fix. And once you start working on that, once you start fixing that, I'm telling you guys, you're more powerful than you think you are. So you got to stop walking around, woe is me, and oh my God, and this has happened to me. Yes, it did. It sure did. And I know it hurts. Don't, I'm telling you, I know it hurts. I know it hurts. But I'm going to tell you like it is, like I did my soldiers. But you got to get up, tie your boots, pull your bootstraps back together, stand up, chin up, and let's do this. Some of you guys got a lot of stuff in you. Some of you got books in you. Some of you guys are therapists. Some of you guys are some awesome coaches. But you got to get beyond where you are, because people need to know, how did you make it through? How did you make it through? And then ladies, there are women out there that are dependent on you to make it through. How did you do this? How did you started off here, you had nothing. Now you're the CEO, the owner of the business line, the fashion line, the glasses line, the lash line, the best-selling author of, ladies, gentlemen, you're bigger than your problem, and you are better than the narcissist that came into your life. You are not your past mistakes. You are not what your family said about you. You are not what the narcissist is saying. Everything that narcissist said to you was everything that they idealized about you in the first place. Everything that was so wonderful to them. Everything that was so wonderful to them. They highlighted all your positives. And when they discovered that you were genuine and it began to hurt them, they flipped it around and it disgusted them, because that is something they'll never, ever, ever be. Yep, pull up your granny panties. Pull up your big boy drawers. But they'll never be what you are genuinely. You see what I mean? Because you are a genuine person. You have a good heart. Some of you guys are just hurt, and some of you guys are just mean. Some of y'all hurt and mean. Some of y'all talk to me, y'all just mean. I'm like, yo, whoa. Some of you mean because you hurt. Because you hurt. Thank you, TMG. Because you hurt. So I think I said a lot tonight, and I'm sorry that I didn't get through all the questions, but I really had to say that. That was really on my heart, because I think somebody needed to hear that. I think somebody to hear that. I'm not trying to run for no president, because just like y'all talking about, oh, you so great, I get in the White House and I say stuff and do stuff, and all of a sudden I'm the worstest president in the world. I am not into politics, child. I am not running for no president. No. No. That's not my call in life. I'm not a politician. I'm a coach. And I'm a great motivator. I'm a coach and a great motivator. That's not me. So I appreciate you guys. And I'm going to go drink me a bunch of water. I can't really drink it on camera like I want to, because you'll hear me like, because I heard it on camera before. So I just wanted to make sure you guys got that. I really felt the need to say that, and somebody needed to hear that. I really wanted you guys to hear that. And so I really want you guys to be encouraged. No, you don't need me for president. I got issues too, child. Y'all be mad at me just as much as you love me now. Y'all mess around, treat me like y'all narcissists. Y'all hate me then. Ain't doing it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I have enjoyed talking to you guys. I really needed to get that out. I really wanted, somebody needed to hear me say that. Somebody needs to be encouraged. And I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please, subscribe to my channel. It is Dr. Carmen Bryant. Overcoming narcissist abuse. My book is called Unmasking the Illusion of Perfection. And it is at Barnes & Nobles, Amazon. And for those of you that are overseas, a lot of times you have problems getting books sent overseas. You can order it from Westbow Press. Westbow Press does send overseas. They do send overseas. So a lot of people that I spoke to in the Philippines, in other countries, I think the UK and New Zealand, I think it was better to order from the publisher themselves, and they sent it to out of country. So I appreciate you guys for being here. Make sure you guys go check out my mentor's YouTube channel. It is Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper. I, myself, Miss Yolanda, Miss Cynthia, Miss Tasha, and all those other ones, we are all daughters from the same tree. So we're all the apples that come from that tree. And if you like what I got to say, just imagine hearing my mother say, something even more powerful than what I was saying. I'm a chip from the old block. Well, she's not an old block. I'm the chip from the young block, and so are all these other ladies. We have the same mentor and the same pastor. So make sure you guys go look on her YouTube channel. It is Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper. She will provide you more information. She will provide you with more information concerning narcissist abuse when it comes from a spiritual and biblical perspective. And so you guys go, and a lot of questions that you guys have, whether you are a believer or not a believer, trust you me, she will give it to you from a spiritual perspective. So a lot of questions that you guys have, she's able to answer those questions, and you can apply it to your belief system. So don't think just because she's a pastor, she's not going to be able to give you information, because a lot of you guys who are not believers got a lot of information from her. So just listen to her, and she'll give you a different perspective on the spiritual aspect of a narcissist. Excellent information. I feed from her all the time. Sometimes I can't listen to everybody on YouTube anymore. A lot of times I can only feed from what she teaches in order to get me up and going. You know, a lot of times she's my encouragement, and I come up with topics after listening to her, because it's like all these fruits and I can pick one and I can just flow with it. So please, you know, go Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper, go subscribe to her channel. Let's get her numbers up. She's a very busy lady. She's you know, global. She's global. So a lot of times she can't focus on videos like I can, because I make it a part of my work time. And so please, you know, you guys go out there and check her out. Make sure you, for those of you that are looking for coaching, you are more than welcome to email me, drcarmenbryant@outlook.com. Please, y'all. And I say this for a reason, because I don't have time to read extensive emails. I don't. And I know you guys have a lot to say. When you guys have a lot to say, and at the very end, you bold and you say, thank you so much for your time in reading this email. I'm telling you now, I can't read all that email. I can't read it. It's just too much, because I get too many emails. And remember, I still have clients that I have to work with. So I have to work with my clients. My clients are my first priority. So they get first priority to me at all times. When you send long emails like that, it lets me know you want coaching. That is an intake. You know, those are intakes. So you guys make sure that if you want coaching, just email me. I'll send you my my price list. Price list. Ms. Yolanda said, yes, she's a powerful teacher and coach. I have grown so much under Apostle Helen Sadler's leadership. See? So we're all her daughters. We're a product of Apostle Sadler. We are a product of Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper, and she's our pastor. So we all these powerful women that you see, we are, how do you say it? We are the mentees of her, and she's a very powerful woman. Her daughter's a very powerful woman, and she has another book coming out, but this is her book. Her name is Pastor Kathy Gibson. Kathy Gibson. And this book, for a lot of you, now a lot of you not are believers, I understand that, but she wrote this book, and this is Destiny Man Qualities to Look For. So this is for men and women, but it talks about, you know, what you desire in a man, you can't have it. And she gives you scriptures to, yes, Helen Sadler, Destiny Helper coaches too, yes. And Pastor Kathy Gibson, Destiny Man, the qualities to look for. And this is a good book for men and women. So you guys make sure that she just put it up. Make sure you guys quick read. Soon as it came out and it came up on Amazon, I ordered and I sat there with my daughters in the dressing room, read the whole book. Excellent read, and it's good for men and women. But women, it'll tell you what it shows you the qualities of the man that you're looking for if you want a godly husband. Put it that way for those of you the believers. And on top of that, your worth. It tells you your worth. You know, and you wait long instead of marrying wrong. Wait long before dating wrong. You know what I mean? And so I get it. Yes, we do. So I appreciate you guys. And please, whatever you guys do, go check out. Somebody told me that me marketing Tasha's jewelry is messing with my credibility. Well, and they're no longer on my YouTube channel, I don't think. But anyway, I'm going to still market her stuff. So this right here is from Natasha's Touch. This is some jewelry from Natasha's Touch. It's beautiful. I love this neck piece. I got to buy some more. But this is Natasha's Touch. And this is the bracelet. Beautiful bracelet. So if you got little fat arms, you know, it'll fit on there. So this is Natasha's Touch. So you guys make sure, Natasha, please put that up for them. So this is Natasha's Touch. Beautiful jewelry that she has. She's a young woman, a young entrepreneur, baby face. But she's a young entrepreneur, powerful young lady, and she's doing it big, and she likes jewelry. She fancy. She fancy. So y'all make sure you guys support her. I'll wait just a minute. I'll wait just a minute, make sure she puts that information on there for you guys. Those of you that are seeking coaching, email me. Those of you that are looking for, she's putting it up here on Facebook. Now she's going to put it over here on YouTube. Those of you that are looking for counseling, I cannot counsel if you are outside the state of Washington. I can only provide coaching to outside the state of Washington. If you're inside the state of Washington, just email me. Also, for those of you that are looking for counselors, some of you guys need counseling, not coaching. If you look on BetterHelp.com /Dr. Carmen. you'll get a 10% discount. And if you let them know, you're having some money issues, they'll also assist you with grants. Very nominal fee, licensed therapists within your states that will provide you online counseling. You can go to the site as well. Just click the link, go to the site, and you can look up information about narcissist abuse. They do talk about it on there. And then when you're looking for a counselor, don't say, do you understand narcissist abuse? What you say is, do you understand domestic violence? Do you understand psychological abuse and the effects of psychological abuse? Do you understand Stockholm syndrome? Do you know what it means to be trauma bonded to someone? Do you understand the effects of, the PTSD? Those are the questions that you're answering. The stuff that we talk about, that's what you answer, okay? So I appreciate you guys. She put the information out there. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys for supporting me. I'm always so honored and so privileged. And to my moderators, thank you guys for making me look good. And just to let you guys know, you guys are superstars on here too, because people want to know how to become a moderator and to be a part of the group that I talk to all the time. So because I got a personal relationship, professional relationship with my moderators. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, you guys. You guys have a good evening. Go be great. Hey, and make sure you stay tuned, because usually Tasha comes on right after me to show you her jewelry. You coming on tonight, Tasha? Steve said, when I die, you can fill my spot. You know it. Okay, so I'm getting ready to go off, because usually when I go off, she comes on. So you guys go make sure you go support Miss Tasha. I'm usually on there messing with her. So I usually go over there and mess with her while she's on there. So you guys go over there. She get ready to come on as soon as I come off. You guys have a wonderful evening. Think about all the stuff that I said tonight. Go back and watch it again so you can get it in your heart, get it in your soul. Let me get in your head. Not in a bad way. Let me get in your head to change your mind, okay? Thank you so much, Miss Yolanda. But let me get in your head. So I appreciate you guys so much. You guys have a beautiful evening and go be great. Thank you guys. You guys have a wonderful evening and you guys go be great.